What is good, YouTube? Nelswon from Screwdog Gaming here with a deck profile, or the first deck profile of the channel. And how better off to start than with one of the best decks, or I would say the best deck of the format, Shaddoll. So this deck's already seen a bit of variation already in TCG, but here's a shot at my deck list, and I hope you all enjoy. It's pretty much Chaos Shaddoll. I'm trying to, incorporate the best of both worlds, just so I can get a good overall matchup in the format. Because naturally we're going to be facing against other Shaddoll decks, Tellarknight decks, and Burning Abyss decks. And all of those decks at the moment are actually playing Vanity's Emptiness. So that could be a bit of a difficulty for our deck if we don't adapt accordingly. Well, anyway, let's get into the deck profile then. So to start the Shaddoll monsters, I'm playing 2 Falco, 2 Squamata, and then 3 Dragon, 3 Hedgehog, and 3 Beasts. 3 Dragon because it's the inbuilt theme MST, and MST cards are really good right now, really important to have. Always want to have one in my deck for Mathematician to send later. And these 3 are obvious because they're like your engine cards. And 2 Squamata, 2 Falco, because we shouldn't really need more of these cards if we use them correctly. Alright, next I'm playing BLS and Sock. Not many people play Sock, but I play a few more light monsters than most, and I think Sock is pretty good in mirror matches. Also, it helps getting our level 8 synchro a lot easier, which, if you play Vanities, or if you play Crimson Blader, can really help you in the mirror match and other matchups as well, naturally. So moving on, I play the 3 Mathematician. I like this card over Armageddon Knight, mainly because the extra draw is very important. And then nowadays it doesn't really get punished as much as it used to, which is a very big deal. And I really like the Fellas combo, because instant Arcanite and Black Rose puts a lot of pressure. And alongside this, I play an AD changer. No one else in the world, I think, plays this card, but I really like it. It's pretty powerful. It turns your Falco into an incredible power play. And then random tilting of your opponent's monsters, i.e. opposing Winder, and then easily swinging over it, makes Mathematician by itself be able to out that card. So that's not a bad interaction. And then I play 2 more light monsters. I play a Lila and a Thunder King. Thunder King for me has sort of, I guess everyone forgot about it, and then I saw a friend play it. Or shout out to world's competitor Donald Thompson. He was playing this in his Shaddoll deck, and I thought, well look, this is good versus Burning Abyss, and it's good versus Tellarknight if they open, say, Rodder and Dualities. And then we can always Soul Charge it back later to enhance our locks with Winder, so that can't ever be bad. But yeah, it hasn't been bad for me so far. And Lila just for extra pressure, again, Soul Charge, normal summon this, try to kill something, dies, bring it back later of some Soul Charge, get more card, plus, yeah, the ability to power through back row is obviously a big thing nowadays, especially with, of course, Vanities being really prevalent. The 3 Shaddoll Fusion to start off the spell cards, and 2 Soul Charge, 2 MST. I could play more of both, 3 maybe if I cut out the brick cards like AD Changer. I could probably play more of these. But yeah, I don't want to be paying too much for this. But MST is working really well as a 2 of. 3 of, well, who knows. I probably moved a 3 for this Super Poly, because I really wanted to main deck one of this, because it works in all the matchups, especially versus Tellarknight. It helps crush that board of the Tellarnova Alpha. I really like that. So I really can't play without Super Poly right now. And then of course the last 3 spells, Book, Allure, Foolish, because they're pretty much staple in this deck, and they do a lot of things for us. Alright, trap cards. The 3 Sinister Shadow games, still looking for Ultras, unfortunately. Compulse and Torrential, because they're pretty safe trap cards to play. And the 2 Vanities, because I myself am playing it, but I am playing it with Master Key Beetles and Spark Dragon. if it's legal for us. But yeah, Master Key Beetle is probably the easiest way to bring this out and protect it. So that's not as fragile as what other decks offer, where their vanities can die easily. Alright, so that's my main deck of 40 cards. So naturally, all these cards, like this, a few cards are like really matchup specific, and they help sort of give slight edges in all of them. So that's why I wanted to play them naturally, because 3 decks formats, rock, paper, scissoring is pretty hard, because if you main deck too much for one, you can lose really hard to the other. So I think all of these cards really help for those matchups. Vanities helps in a lot of its own matchups, T-King as well, but Super Poly and AD Changer are very specific. Same with Sorcerer. Sorcerer's main application is in the mirror match, just so you can stop them from floating their Shaddoll fusions for a turn. And then you have a good monster that isn't from the extra deck on the field. Moving on from the extra deck. At the moment, I think the standard everyone's found is like 2 Construct and 2 Winder are about the standard ratio. You can play one either of each more, but 2 is fine. And I play 2 with the rank 4, the Augusta Emerald, because I can always shuffle them back if I need to. And then of course I play Castell. These are the ones you pretty much have to play, and then anything else is probably like deck specific, mainly cards like Dweller and Arc. If you play the Chaos Dragon version, then probably you need more rank 4s in your deck, like Exciton, Arc, with Dweller, all very good. I don't own one, but in this build I would have a Master Key Beetle, just so I can protect my vanities off a Soul Charge play. Following up, you have to play a rank 5. My rank 5 of choice is Volca, because again, Soul Charging into the instant clear of a monster and then the burn damage can win games. But another option is of course Tyrus, because he's a light, and with a good effect. You can also play a rank 8, I believe, in some builds, especially if you're playing Zephyllon, or if you get multiple Construct in the graveyard. You can always get a card like Elsei. I really like this card because it spins, it stops Burning Abyss, and it stops Shaddoll effects from floating and looping. Other options of course are Felgrand, Heliopolis, but it's really whatever specific deck or theme you're playing. In terms of the level 6, there's a few options available. There's Saihimuth, Tempest Magician, and Goyo. I usually just play Goyo, but all other cards have their merits. Tempest as well can give a ridiculous amount of burn at late points in the game. That's a cool win con. And again, HTS Saihimuth is a DD Warrior Lady. Again, relevant in a lot of matchups, can stop the fusion and the floating. Level 7s, of course. Black Rose and Arcanite, very simple. In terms of level 8 Synchro, if you can make it easily, in this deck would probably be off, say, a big Soul Charge play, maybe 2 level 3s and a Falcon, or a Sork and a Falcon. You can make anything from, say, a Spark Dragon, Crimson Blader, Scrap Dragon. Scrap Dragon is probably the more generic one, but Spark is really good if you play Vanities, and Blader if you really want that extra edge for the mirror match. Like, a very common board that I might have is, say, Falco, or it's like Winder and Falco, or Fusion and Falco. So what you can do is you can banish, with Chaos Sorcerer you banish the Fusion, and then you make Crimson Blader, and then you swing the Falco. So you bladed them for a turn, hopefully giving you some sort of edge. And then of course you play Leo as your level 10 to combo with your Falco and Construct play. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that, everybody. In terms of the side deck, at the moment just max back row removal, Super Poly, I think Different Dimension Ground is pretty good. And I think Max C might be a bit underrated right now. It can be pretty good against Tellarknight and Burning Abyss, but I'm still really to get a good opinion on that. Anyway, thanks guys, Screwdog Gaming, out.